Yo, what's going on YouTube? Wanted to give you a little update video here of the car as we go through quarantine in the 2020 year. It has been a struggle so far. I haven't been able to do much of anything for us. I've been on lockdown for going on 2 months now. I'm kind of just dealing with it, getting through. I hope you all are staying safe. Families are well. That's the most important thing. We will get back to car show season at some point. Just wanted to give you a little update on the car. I actually got the wheels back on, and I almost put the last one on, but I'm like, yeah, let me do a little video real quick, give you an update so you can actually see what I did instead of just looking at the car and be like, what'd you do, dude? It looks the same. Couple things up front here. Going to be going back for a retune coming up here. We're going to do a road tune for pump and then going back on the dyno for e-tune. I'm going to be dropping the car off and leaving it there. And then obviously once they're done with the car, giving it that 72-hour wait time that they say until the virus dies to pick the vehicle back up. Do need to get an alignment done, which I'm going to show you here shortly. So one of the things I did is the car actually had some rake to it when it was on the ground, and I was at ride height and adjusting the bag pressure. So as I get more familiar with airlift, I ended up measuring the struts out and found that the rears were preset about 0.75 inches higher than the front was, which kind of made the car feel like it was pushing down on the front wheels when you were driving it. And it just didn't feel like the car was handling as good as it could. So adjusted that. So the rear wheels are back on, but adjusted the rear bags so that they are now 3 inches at all four corners of the car. In addition to that, up front, one of the things that we did that you'll see here is the power steering reservoir is no longer, and I got this nice little yellow Chase Bays tag. Beautiful, beautiful product. Highly recommend it. It basically took the original power steering reservoir and lines and turned them into all AN fittings, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Fitment was good. This hose here you do have to trim about 1.5 inches on, which they tell you if you go in the comments section, and everybody who's done it, basically they just do that for different aftermarket variations on cars. Obviously you look at my car, it's completely modified. There's not really much left on this thing that's stock, so in my situation it could be very beneficial for me to be able to have a line with a little bit more slack in it. I'm going to go underneath this wheel here, show you where all this work came into this winter here. So obviously all the brakes, everything stayed the same. These are DBA two-piece rotors, and if you see that little gold there, that's just the start of it. You can see there's some fresh end links, and that is whiteline parts all sitting there, which you can see. Try to get a good view here. This is recording on the iPhone 11 Pro. I gotta admit, Apple did a hell of a job with this phone. I have the Quick Jack BLX 5000 SLX, which allowed me to kind of do all this stuff. I'm gonna get on the crawler and show you the rest of the underside of the car here. With these jacks too, by the way. Had a slight issue when I first got them, but overall couldn't be more happier with them. Coming underneath here, sorry if the video footage, I got the camera zoomed out as much as possible, but this is my favorite thing. So what we ended up doing here, me and Boostin05 on Instagram is his name. Obviously you guys all know me, Jermaines06STI. Can look me up, follow the build on Instagram, as well as I post there more often than YouTube. But this was something I wanted to do for a long time. This is the Beatrush lightweight subframe, which, let me see if I can get a little shot over there. Boom, there's the old guy sitting there across the wall. Also, if you notice, this is a little bit different for those of you who didn't know. This is Killer Bee, the Holly header, and with their ceramic coat, which is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to try to, by the way, sorry for the footage, but I'm crawling underneath here. So, as you can see, I have the whole up pipe, and for those who don't know, this car does have the Killer Bee spoolinator kit on it, which is the 3576R, if you're just tuning in the channel for the first time. If you also notice up there, new engine mounts. Those do look factory, however, they are the Group N STI mounts. Underneath here, as you'll see some of the white line, the end links. This is their anti-roll kit. We got the lower ball joint in here. This thing is freaking, can't even move it. So do need to clean the back of that caliper there. I just saw that before I get that wheel on here and lower the car down. But couldn't be happier with this subframe. I mean, it is beautiful. As I said, Billy obviously was doing all the work on this. Can't appreciate enough for his help. You can see the strut bar there. One thing, if you do get one of these, they are discontinued. This plastic runner that's on the car that goes all the way back there, it does need to be trimmed, as you can see right here. Probably could have cut a little bit more off, but overall that's pretty tight on there and should be fine. Now, Whiteline's anti-lift kit, which would be installed right up in here, does not work with this subframe. However, Beatrush does make one, which I may order since this subframe is now discontinued. So just kind of fill you in on that, but give you the belly shot of the car, which is absolutely beautiful. And just to go and show you, so the chase bays, the lines go right into here underneath, and then they run up the side there. But just want to give you guys a little update. To me, the car came out beautiful. This was a big project, not one I intended on doing, however, needed to be done as my original rack was leaking all over the garage floor. And just age, nothing, else really wrong with it. And just decided to get a new factory rack. Wanted to do the subframe, my original sway bar, which I did have a white line on here, just was old from when I bought the car. So I've had the car for probably about 6 years now. It just showed its age, so I just was ready to get a new one. It had some surface rust on it, and this car is in a garage 24/7, so I don't want anything rusty, and kind of going through and just replacing stuff as I go, so to speak. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Give you a little update, and obviously I'll have a new dyno video out for you guys soon. Peace.